thought there was a count. Oh, there's not. Oh, there's no countdown now. Oh, Diesel was to get in the picture on the very first. I know, buddy. Look, it's the 4th of July here in America, in the United States, and Diesel, my buddy, my wingman here, he's a little going nuts by all the banging and popping and shooting and um, everything that's going on. So he's in here with me, trying to get up on my lap. But what's up, guys? Welcome back to my face. We're doing the podcast thing again. Peer pressure, being peer pressured to do this again because I don't know if I'm that great at it. It's been months. I think the last time that I recorded anything with anyone was around Christmas. And as much as we enjoyed doing it, just didn't work out as far as doing it live, doing it with other people, people's schedules and things. But the people have spoken, and that's you. And you want something. You want to hear something. You want to hear my voice. I don't like my voice. You guys, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, my good looks, whatever. But we're back. We're back. But a little bit different now. Because it's just going to be me. And then I'm gonna have some people on every now and then. We're going to talk about club stuff with the International Beard Alliance. A lot's been going on since, the new year. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff or whatever. And, I mean, you know the deal. But I think I got an intro. Oh, I do. Yeah, here it is. It's growing on me. You see what we did there? Like maybe you're not a big fan of me, but I'll grow on you. You know what I mean? Maybe you just quit shaving your face, and now you have a beard, and it's growing on you. People can grow on you. Facial hair can grow on you. Your job can grow on you. Skin tags can grow on you. Just a lot of things. So it's a play on growing. I don't know, but it's kind of we went back and forth, man. We went back and forth so long on these names. I tell you, Rusty in New York got pretty obnoxious with it. We had a whole chat for it. Like, what are we gonna name this thing? Blah blah blah. And there was a lot of like mailman references, a lot of special delivery, penetrating boxes. It got pretty ridiculous at times. Um, Ketchup with Ketchum. You know what I'm saying? It's my last name, Ketchum. So, there was some Haktua things going on. There was, uh, a lot of alliance this, alliance that. I was on Chat GPT trying to come up with names, and they didn't do a good job. They, Chat AI, they, the bold and the beardiful, beard anatomy. Well, see, this is Rusty here, and he just started changing names of TV shows into Downtown Beardy, East Beards, Beard and the Furious. You've got nothing without family. As much as we all love um, Dom Dom Toretto, was that his name? Dominic Toretto. Yeah, we're not doing any Fast and Furious things. Plus, I haven't seen like the last 8 of them. But so yeah, so here we are, guys. Same studio. I mean, the same office. Like I was thinking about changing the camera view around a little bit because I have a lot of stickers on this wall, and I think it looks really cool. But the camera or the computer's also right here, and the microphone, and I would have to, and then I'd have to turn around. Whatever. So a little bit back. We might change that eventually. Change the color. Although purple makes me look great. I have a great tan going on. Mailman life is nice. Got a good tan. See that? Huh? Look at that. Look at that watch stand. Woo! My feet are just as white too. Um, and then, man, it was like a couple weeks ago, probably close to a month ago. I fell on my face. Um, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I fell on my face and like right here, and then that's too much of a glare. It's right where the glare is too. If you can see, like right here, if anybody was watching, if you see that spot, maybe a little bit, yeah, see that spot right there, yeah, that was all scraped up, and then I can't get it to tan with the rest of my head, so now it looks like I have melanoma or something. I'll tell you what I do have is bronchitis. I've been coughing, and it's getting pretty annoying. Um, a little tickle in the throat there, you know. I can't quite get it out sometimes. But, so I finally went to the doctor. And they're like, it's bronchitis. I'm like, all right, cool. As long as it's not like, you know, something serious like lung cancer, you know what I mean? Like, it got to the point, it's like, I've had this cough forever. What is going on? And, yeah, he's like, oh, it's bronchitis. I'm like, all right, cool. What now? And he's like, are you taking anything? I'm like, yeah, some like Dayquil. He's like, yeah, that's good. Okay. So the x-rays, nothing y'all just did? No, man, that's it. No, you're fine. We can give you, I don't even know what it is. We can give you this if you want to take it. It's going to help, Doc? Is it going to get rid of the bronchitis? Because my ribs hurt. Like, that's what really got me. Cough, whatever, I'm a smoker. I mean, I don't have a smoker's cough or anything, but it's like, okay, I have a cough. Weather changing, blah, 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 but my ribs hurt. Like, I'm lifting packages and moving, and then when I'm driving and delivering mail, I have to lean to the left. So it's like, oh, every time. So, all right, I'm going to the doctor. And they're like, yeah, it's bronchitis. Just take these. And they're like these little, I don't know, 3 times a day. Take them. Whatever. So, taking those. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And other than that, like, I've just been working so much. So much. Still on the overtime list. Because you got to. I got off the overtime list for 1 quarter, for 3 months. And we're talking like $1,000 difference in my paychecks, you know. So when I was getting those first paychecks, I'm like, I can do this. I don't have that many bills. It's just me and Diesel. And then it was like, wow, that's not a lot of money. And I was like scrounging, and I was like, hey, Mom, let me borrow 100, you know, like every payday. So I was like, I got to get back on the list. So I'm back on the list, and everything's fine. Now I'm just Scrooge McDucking into all this money in this vault I got in the back, diving into coins. Can we talk about that for a second, though? You can't dive into coins like that. Uncle Scrooge, was it Scrooge? Scrooge McDuck? Was that his name? Uncle McDuck? We can't dive into coins, and let alone go under coins and come back up and backstroke through them. It doesn't work like that. It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. I can't argue with the cartoon. There's this guy I work with who any TV show that comes out, a lot of us, we get off work, you pop on Netflix, Hulu, HBO, or whatever, right? You turn on your show, you got a show you watch every week, and all these things. But there's this one guy, and he's just like, well, I think it's kind of like Walking Dead. You know, he'd be like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. They stabbed him in the face, and he still got up and bit so-and-so. It's like, it's a TV show, dude. It's a zombie. It's not real life. Like every single show, Yeah, I don't think dragons can really fly like that on Game of Thrones. It's a dragon on a TV show that's not real, you know? And they do a pretty good job of it. I mean, like it looks like if there were dragons, I think that's how they would fly. But I'm not going to argue about it. If, use your imagination, man. Lighten up a little bit. Some people. It's like why are we talking about this? This is a dumb conversation. Jesus, I have to clean in here because for the past several months, all this has just been a catch-all. Like, there's a lay over here. Oh, let's talk about lays, right? If you guys ever tuned in to any of the old shows, podcasts, whatever, I was on like a over 1,000 day dry spell. Well, your boy's back in the game now. Okay, things have been going a little bit better for me. I mean, yeah. There's no dry spell. We're dripping over here. That sounds gross. That sounds like I got something from it. I'm just saying it's not dry anymore. Now that's not when I say I got laid, that's not it. That's not what I'm referring to. Okay? I'm just talking about the mess. There's a big mess in here. I got tools and everything else, and then there's stickers and then one night I was at the bar and I was like, "Oh, are those pit vipers?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Let me see those. I'm gonna see what I look like," because Beans used to wear them all the time, or still does, and I want to see. And he's like, "Oh, they fit your face so great," and I'm like, "Yeah, you think so?" And he's like, "Keep them." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead, keep them." So I kept them, but like he does construction and shit, and he was I think like the next day I just met him and we became friends because I make friends with everybody. And then apparently, like, whatever, I heard that he was upset that he gave them to me because he didn't have them for work the next day. Well, I was like, "Do you want them back, bro?" They were still out in the car at that point. And he's like, "No, it's fine. You keep them." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'm keeping them." This is maybe the third time I've wore them. Never wore them out in public. Once at the bar when I got them. Maybe to take a selfie or something another time. And right now, I'm not going to wear these. I'm not a pit viper guy. Oh, yeah. And it's not happening. I mean, I do look good in them. There's no denying that. But I'm not wearing them in public. What I am wearing in public is I picked up the new Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses. And if you guys haven't seen these things, they are sweet. So the Ray-Bans, mine are the Wayfarer Ray-Bans. They fit great, but when you put them on, boop boop, they turn on. Bluetooth, and I do this because that's where the sound comes. So I don't have to wear earbuds when I'm working, so I can hear. And then yeah, so earbud free Bluetooth, and they sound amazing. And then you push a button and it takes a picture because it has a camera in it. You hold the button down and it'll record a video. And I think the update, it was 1 minute. I think they just updated it to 3 minutes. And if you don't want to touch it, you could just say, "Hey, Meta, take a picture." And it takes one. "Hey, Meta, record." And it turns on. It starts recording. You can look at a different language, whatever, sign, book, whatever, and say, "Hey, Meta, translate." And it will translate it for you. And it'll tell you what it says in your ear. I was at the taco truck the other day, and I was like, let me try this. And I did it, and it was like, we have all different flavors, salsas. Follow us on social media and all this. I was like, whoa, amazing. Amazing. I've made a couple videos of me feeding dogs on my mail route with them. Pretty cool, hands free. And when I went to the Prof concert last month, what's July now? Back in May, I brought them, and I met Prof, and I was wearing them, and he like flipped me off and everything, and he was like, "Oh, you're the feds," and it was pretty funny. And I wore them during the concert, got some good video. They're fun. They're fun. They're nice. I'm not a big sunglass person, but I do enjoy wearing them. I'm usually just talking to my friend while I'm working. But then people are like, he doesn't have any earbuds in. Is he talking to himself? He looks like he talks to himself. Whatever, But so sweet. Such a good purchase. Spur of the moment purchase. I was talking to a guy at work about Ray-Bans. And he was like, oh, I love these. I love these. I'm like, I'm about to get the Meta. He's like, yeah, they look pretty cool. Boop. Purchased. Boop. I think I might get prescription glasses with those frames. Mine are just regular polarized sunglasses. I might get the prescription because I do wear contacts. Hashtag astigmatism. Yeah, I might get the prescription ones. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to drop another $350 on them. But that's how much they cost. For like the basic ones, I think they get more expensive. Transition, prescription, all these different, But, yeah, somebody yesterday was like, would you pay $900 for those? No. No. I'm not making that good of money, bud. Sheesh. $900. $350 though. I mean, that was a little treat myself to something nice is what I did there. Yeah. That concert was amazing. I've been a Prof fan for a couple years now, and he came to Chicago, and we had VIP meet and greets. So yeah, got to meet him and Wonka, his DJ. Went with Kayla, my friend. Had a blast. We were like second row during the show. Well, okay, so when we met him, whatever. I was talking about my glasses, got his autograph, and then Kayla got her shoes signed. High Price Shoes is one of his songs, and so she got her shoes signed, and then she was like, "Yeah, I'm a mail carrier. We're mail carriers. We walk 13 miles a day." And he's like, "What? No shit." And then he was like, "All right, keep walking," which was pretty funny. But during the show, we were like right up front. He was like one person in front of us. We're right up front. And then so he stops and he's like, "Hey, give it up for these mailmen walking 13 miles a day." He was like, "Whoa!" And then during his song Bar Breaker, he says, "Call me the mailman because I come every day." And then he stopped. And he's like, "Where my mailman at?" And it was, whoa! So that was dope, man. That was so cool. It was a good experience. I haven't been to a concert since like Wu-Tang back in like 2001 or something. So, speaking of treating myself, I'm going to go ahead and treat myself to a 2-week vacation in California in October. Prof announced more a West Coast tour now, like right after he just finished this one. Now he's doing a bunch of West Coast stuff. And, well, he was going to be in Wisconsin. I was going to go to that. But then my buddy, longtime buddy, out in California, he's like, "Or you can come see the California show and finally visit me." I'm like, you know what? Okay, fine. Boom. 2 weeks PTO approved because I got it, So I got 2 weeks off. And then I'm going to spend 1 week with him, 1 week with another longtime friend who lives out there. Different places, cities, or whatever. One lives in like Orange County. One lives closer to like LA. And I've never been to California. So I get to see my longtime buddies out in California. I get to see another prof show. And then in California, I say California, my buddies, prof, and then I'm gonna meet up with some of the California. I'm gonna try to connect with as many California club members as possible during that 2 weeks. I'm gonna have some time to kill here and there, you know. So yeah, I'm really gonna try to meet up with some people, whoever's closest to wherever I'm going. I hope to see you out there, and I look forward to that. So, I don't know if the mic's picking up all these fireworks or not. They're going. You know, I don't know if they're fireworks or gunshots. Uh, Odds are tonight. They're. I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. I mean, but it's probably fire. I'm gonna say it's fireworks. Just don't shoot my new siding, please. I got new siding on the house, looking hood-tastic. And then 1 week to the day after I got my new siding put up, we had this horrible hailstorm. So I work the next town over, and it just rained over there. I got a little bit wet, short little rain, not a big deal. But then as soon as I got into town, when I came home, there's branches, there's leaves everywhere. Green leaves everywhere. Not like in the fall. This is spring leaves, you know, and they're just all over the place. I'm like, what is going on? What happened here? And I see like broken glass and all this. So I walk up to my front door, my light fixture glass is broken, and I kind of look at the siding and everything looks fine. I sit down, I get on Facebook, and people are posting like chunks of hail like this big, like holding meteor size like pieces of hail. And it didn't happen where I was at, but it happened here. And like people's cars got totaled, windshields and windows got broken out. The damage, I've seen a lot of damage on the top of people's cars. They had so many claims that like these insurance companies were setting up drive-through like adjusters or whatever, because they didn't have enough people to go out everywhere. So they're like, if your car's messed up, come to the drive-through, boom, 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 you know, and file a claim and all this stuff. So my brand new siding, there's holes in it now. Like, are you kidding me, man? Brand 1 week. It was done on a Tuesday, and then on the next Tuesday, smash it up. So there's holes in it. But then, also, I think there's a reflection off the other side of the house next to me, and I think it's melting my siding. There's like bubbles that go up at an angle. Waves, not bubbles. Anyways. And so they came back out and they're like, I don't know. And I'm trying to catch it when the sun is just in between and if there's a reflection off their windows. And I talk to my neighbor and I'm like, look, once this gets replaced, because they are going to replace it for the hail damage. Once they replace that, I said, I don't want this to happen again. And if it's because of your windows, like I'll help pay for a solution so this doesn't happen again. You know, because this does not look good. You know, it doesn't even look hood good. So, yeah, it's like, look, as long as we can figure something out, then that's cool. But yeah, the old aluminum siding was torn down. Now I have some like green vinyl siding. Looks pretty sharp. Now, just kind of makes my windows and everything else look bad. But just kind of another can of worms that I open, you know? You start something, now you got to do the rest of it. I tore the wall down in my living room back during COVID lockdown, and I still haven't finished that. I'm pretty good at demolition. So, like, I'll demolish some stuff in preparation to do it. Like, when I tore the carpet up, it's like, yeah, I'll refinish the floors. Yeah, that was like 15 years ago. I mean, the floors don't look that bad, but they need refinished. So, anyways, I'm rambling. And that's probably what I'm going to do a lot of on this show. Um, and club stuff, of course. We're probably going to have guests on here, highlighting certain members, talking to them, whether it's just shooting the shit, getting to know them, talking about what they're doing in their chapter, their involvement in the club, their love for the club, just whatever. Just if you're familiar with the old stuff, I figured this is going to be kind of a mashup of all the shows that I've kind of done in the past. You'll have like the TRP thing where, we might talk about funny, serious subjects. Then there was like the Germ Unleashed show, which was just kind of me rambling for a half an hour, which is pretty much what I've done right now. The Rebel Wednesday that we used to do was with somebody from the club, the old club. So I figure it's going to be a mashup of all that. A little bit of fun, a little bit of seriousness, a little bit getting to know people. And, they're going at it now. It's dark. It's finally dark outside. It's 9 o'clock at night here now. So, it's getting litty-titty outside. Diesel, you hanging in there, bud? You doing good? He's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. That's what we're going to do. Doing them live, it's not so feasible, especially the times that, to do them live on a consistent basis. It's just whatever. So there'll be pre-recorded shows, and they'll be released at a certain day and time of the week, so we'll be more consistent with that. This way also, I mean, like if I wanted to sit down for an entire day off and just talk to people and record them, I'd stack some episodes. We'll see. We're going to figure it out. We're going to wing it. That's what I do. Nobody's an expert here. So, we'll get this thing. And it's growing on me. And hopefully this show will grow on you. If you're not already a fan, maybe this show will grow on you. Also, speaking about growing, I should probably just talk about this another time. Carnivorous plants. All of a sudden on TikTok, I see a Cape Sundew carnivorous plant. And it's just these little string plants. Just a little thing. And then they got these little sticky things all over them that look like little wet drops, and bugs and gnats get stuck to them, and then the plant eats them and thrives. I was like, that sounds pretty neat. And then I bought some Venus flytraps, and then I bought some different Venus flytraps, and then I bought some different pitcher carnivorous plants. It's like carnivorous plants. This sounds so cool. Little did I know that I learn more and more about this every day. First, you got to use distilled water? Oh, I can't use tap water? That sucks. Not even bottled water? Because that's like spring water. It has to be distilled water. So now I have to go buy gallons of water. I have to buy gallons of water to feed my plants? Fine. I'll make that sacrifice. And they're all dying. And my cousin's like, they need sun. They love sun. Put them in the sun. So I put them out in the sun. And then they dry out and everything. And I'm like, well, what the hell? Then this guy on my route, I go up on his porch every single day, right? And I happen to just look over, and I see this big bowl of Venus flytraps. And they look amazing, man. Mine are all dried up, turning black, droopy. They're all drooping out over the edge. They look awful. And I'm like, what? Okay, I'm using distilled water. I don't know what else to do. I'm putting them in the sun, But then you put them in the sun, and then the water, bro, the water evaporates. The distilled water that I have to pay for is evaporating out in the sun, and that really, Anyways, so, and then he has these a type of pitcher plants. They're just big red and green looking things, and they're full of water and bugs. His had like flies and earwigs down in there in the water, and it's just like, well, it didn't like Seymour, feed me, but that's what it looked. And anyways, so he was outside the other day, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? How do these look so great? Well, I'm using the wrong type of not soil, but moss. You have to grow them in moss. And it has to be this certain kind of moss that looks like some dried up weed. I mean, honestly, it looks like some old ditch weed. Sophagrum moss? Sophagrum? I don't know. Some type of moss. So today I repotted all those. Oh, he also says you can't grow them in terracotta pots. Guess what mine were growing in? Terracotta pots. So today, early this morning, I'm like, I gotta do something today. So I bought that, whatever kind of moss it is, and then I bought plastic pots. And then, like even the dish that I had some plastic pots sitting in, that was terracotta. So now they're all sitting in glass bowls, and they sit in water. Like they just sit. The pot sits in a bowl of water, and it just sucks up water all the time. So everything's either plastic or glass, distilled water, that certain kind of moss. These things better be some prize-winning carnivorous plants when I'm done, because this is too much. I had a hard time keeping an aloe plant alive, so I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Now I'm committed, and since I do everything in excess, I have to stick with it and spend a lot of money on it. This is what I do. That's how I live my life. When I played Clash of Clans, I spent thousands of dollars on Clash of Clans. That's pretty much the only reference. Oh, I guess bearding. I was a beard. Start growing a beard, and I have 100 bottles of oil and everything else. But that's just me. So I'm gonna cut this episode short. This is just kind of a. Then it clicked. Did I click that? Oh, whew, okay. Yeah. It's been a while, guys. Been a while. So this was just like a little preview of me rambling, and if you like it, great. Stay tuned for more. And like I said, I'm gonna have people on here with me too. So the shows will probably end up being around an hour, 45 minutes, maybe a short half-hour one. I don't know. We're just gonna fly by the seat of your pants. Is that the expression? Fly by the seat. We're going to wing it. I'm going to wing it. We're going to see what happens. I don't even have an outro for this thing yet. So I guess I'll just use the intro again this time. Yeah. Whatever. But look, I appreciate you guys listening, tuning in, subscribing. If there's anything you want to hear, do say, be a part of, you want to come on, if you want to chat, if you want me to, my opinion on something or advice, I have great, horrible advice, and I would love to share it with you guys. So you let me know, and I'll let you know. But until then, like I said, thanks again for listening, and I hope you stick around for more. This is gonna be fun. I promise. A pinky promise.